Thank you.
Thank you.
And may have given away the secret
for today.
But I'll just let everyone that's watching stew about who the heck is that guy that's hiding.
Yep.
So, but as you all know from that amazing intro, that this is the Two Dogs Howling Under One Moon podcast, working in collaboration with Alarm Red Media. And I am Cleetus the Fetus.
And I'm Brutus Tater Tots with Ranch.
And today, we are going to be joined by a very special guest.
Well, I thought we were going to do news first, and we have other things we have to do first.
I mean, I was just going to introduce him and then throw him back. No, we're just going to keep letting him hang out in the back?
Yep.
All right, well, I guess then, without further ado,
we have a big announcement. Not a big announcement. I mean, it's big to us.
We added another country.
Finally.
We did. Yeah, we added another country. Great listeners from around the world. And I mean, there's so many now that there's no point in us listing them all off at this point. But,
but I mean, the new one, I feel like, since they're new, we have to make.
Yeah, that is true. So we have a new listener from Pakistan, everyone. Yeah. Give it up for whoever's listening in Pakistan. We're just going to assume that it's somebody that we know.
That speaks English.
And happy for you guys to be listening. Anyway, the next big thing that we always do, right?
Yeah. If you're prepared for it this time.
Welcome to the Two Dogs Howling Under One Moon News, which is the first segment of every episode. Brought to you by TA Minor and Associates. Security is evolving. Are you? Today, in the great world of news. So, medicine and security at hospitals and that type of stuff is more important than ever, as workplace violence has been growing at most places of healthcare. As we all know, healthcare is very essential for the time and where we're at right now, and it does not surprise me that there's been more workplace violence because people are under more stress and that type of stuff. According to this Michigan medicine, they're putting in new de-escalation protocols to be able to de-escalate patients that are causing issues, ruckus, or help them be able to de-escalate the situations better and give them better training.
Keywords: training, de-escalation.
So, and it gives the importance of why and what needs to be inclusive. You need to be non-judgmental and treat everyone at the same level, no matter if they've been working there for 30 years or if they're the new guy that's just the janitor, and got to look at everyone from the diversity that is there. So anyway, this has been the Two Dogs Howling Under One Moon Studios News, brought to you by TA Minor and Associates. Security's evolving. Are you? So yeah.
All right. So I suppose we should let the cat out of the bag now. Maybe that's the wrong word.
We're two dogs.
I mean, if we let the cat out of the bag, we get to go chase the cat. Is it like chasing squirrels?
So are we saying that our guest is a cat?
I mean, no, we can't say that. What would be the dog equivalent?
The squirrel. I don't
want to say we have the squirrel cornered because that sounds bad too.
The feet. Shoot, I don't know. Letting the. Actually, when you really think about it, us two dogs, the podcast, we're it's kind of like water cooler conversation, but in dog terms, it's, we both piss on the same fire hydrant And we have a new person pissing on our fire hydrant, and we'd like to introduce you to him.
He's a visiting pisser, I guess you could say. So, everybody, welcome to the. I mean, he's in a virtual secure bunker somewhere else, kind of like we are in the studio. But please welcome my brother Julius.
Yes, give it up for Julius.
Julius, whoop, whoop.
Howdy.
No, he does not work at Orange Julius.
Yes.
He's already getting annoyed with us asking for various Orange Julius type.
All right, keep it down, everyone. Keep it down. We're trying. Welcome to this. I got the Two Dogs Howling Under One Moon satellite radio network.
There we go. And so Julius is here today to play a game with Cleetus of who can know the most random facts. So since the techie's not here again today, kind of stressing Cleetus and I out that he's not here, but we understand he has issues and he needs to take care of
that. That sounds really bad. He has issues, but
he's dealing with
personal issues.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that sounds better.
Yes.
Techie, when you hear this, I'm sorry, but I get in the moment. So he's away from us, so I was gonna have him fact check these two as I would bring up subjects. But since that's not gonna happen, we can flow with the change like a dime. What?
I just feel like there would have been a bit. We can flow with the change, like a river. We can flow like fish in the sea.
Ranch out of a bottle.
There you go. That works.
Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, so we're going to leave it to you, the listeners. Leave it in the comments. If you're an audio listener, please send us an email to Two Dogs, or is it number 2? Tweet at us. Facebook. There's ways to communicate if you're an audio listener.
You can also send us an audio message through the anchor.fm, and then you can click there and do an audio message, and then we can play it in the actual show.
There we go. Do that. But fact check these two people for me, because Julius was already stressing out about it earlier that he was going to get fact checked right on the spot. So he might be bullshitting a lot of his answers today.
Well, Julius and I, we have the gift to bullshit. And
you spend a lot of time on Reddit.
Hey, Reddit is the front page of the internet.
You beat me to the line.
All right, well, I've talked enough. Julius, why don't you say a little something right now?
Say hi to everyone, Julius.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Nothing much to say. I know a lot of random facts. I'm in the IT work. That's about it.
When you're busy, that's who I call.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want you to know that there's sometimes that when he's like, hey, Tim, can you help me with this? I purposely say, sorry, I'm busy, so I don't have to deal with it.
And then I get the phone call.
Yeah. But, we both got to help out our technically challenged, your brother and my friend in this case. So
yeah, that's for sure.
Still can shoot better than both of you.
Well, if you give me a gun with the right sights, I can shoot better than you, and I'll bet that on that.
That doesn't mean shit.
That means
I don't
a
know.
lot.
I think I can shoot better than you.
Why do I feel like this is going to turn into a video that's going to go onto the Alarm Red Patreon?
I think it is, but I definitely think I can shoot better than you.
Okay.
Actually, I'm 100% sure I can shoot better than you.
Okay. Well, you think that?
I mean, I don't need to think that. I know that.
I don't remember our last range day. You hitting a lot of the targets.
I was messing around with the broken rifle that you gave me that I'm trying to fix.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix. Yeah, it's not your problem because you pushed off the problem to me. No, we'll make it easy. We'll make it easy. It'll be we'll set it up so it's a neutral field.
So we're going to the indoor range. Okay.
Neutral field. We both have to shoot out of the same weapon.
Okay. I feel like that's your excuse to use one of my guns.
No.
Okay. But anyway.
It's an excuse for me to buy a new one.
I like that idea. Mrs. Fetus, I don't think she's going to be too fond of that idea.
No, especially considering, we're planning a wedding, buying a house.
Yeah.
Honeymoon. I'm moving.
Yeah.
And I still don't have a job yet.
Well, I mean, you do, but you don't.
Well, okay, let me rephrase this. I do not have a
job with benefits?
A job with benefits right now.
I mean,
you showing up and us playing with Legos is a benefit, but that's not the type of benefits that I'm talking about.
Okay, well, as I say that, I mean, when I come to play with Legos, it's usually clothes are on. There's other times when, Chinatown Hotel.
Yeah, we don't talk about Chinatown.
All right. So let's get right into it.
All right. I'm gonna pull myself up to big screen.
Okay.
So we're facing each other down. They can still hear you. You're just the host in the distance.
That's fine.
Okay.
They can see your ugly mug today.
I gotta lighten it up since they usually look at yours.
Well, you're in the dark right now.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so first subject, figuring you both are computer people, we'll start it off easy. Tell me what you can about the most random facts you got about software. Any software out there.
Software is a very vague term. Very vague.
But we're gonna let our guest go first. So
software is vague, but
Julius, hear your most recent random fact that you shared with me, or Mama Brutus, about software or hardware or whatever it's called.
Well, I think I have two that are fairly new. One, we were watching a random TV show, and one of the chicks was trying to date another guy that was fairly smart, and so they're asking what a cephalopod was, and I said, Mom, do you know what a cephalopod is? And she's like, no. I was like, well, it's a type of octopus. She's like, how the hell do you know that? It's like, well, there's a piece of software called Ceph, short for cephalopod, and it's basically an octopus, storage array type octopus.
All right, I'll give you that one.
All right. Do you want mine?
Yep.
So, the first computer programmer, so technically software engineer, was a woman.
Maybe.
Born in 1815.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait.
She was born in 1815, and she was doing analog software engineering. You can fact check it if you want.
That's debatable, so we're going to go with this one. That's going to be our cue of...
Her name's Ada Lovelace.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Grace Hopper.
I wasn't going to bring her up yet. She's I call her the modern... Personally, she's the modern software engineer. So
Okay.
I mean, that was my random fact.
Julius, another random fact in this category of computers, software, hardware?
Sure. So a couple of years ago, a guy in California had a vanity license plate of Void. And so, yeah, Cleetus, you know where this is going.
Yeah.
Please educate our listeners who are not as technically advanced as I am.
So when you enter in a vanity license plate, it goes into a database, and most databases don't accept Void. It just means nothing, essentially. And so this guy racked up $12,000 worth of parking tickets because the police didn't enter in a license plate when they wrote a ticket. So it entered it as Void. And so all the parking tickets just showed up at his place.
That's a good one.
So I don't know the exact number, but I know that there's more than 700 different coding languages in the world compared to the amount of languages that are actually in the world.
Why do I feel like anything you're saying, it's that, and anything he tells me, I believe? Because I'm the judge here. I'm the judge.
No, you're not. You're not the judge.
I'm the judge in the live moment. The people in the comments
They're the judges.
They're the true judges. I'm just the judge in the moment. Because I could give you for that one. Sounds like bullshit.
There are more than
I don't know. I don't know about 700, but I know there's a lot out there. There's quite a few.
Now I want to look.
While you're doing that, can you please?
How many?
While he's doing that, Julius, please tell us your next computer.
Well, 700 programming languages.
Okay, fine.
The short answer, according to, use Wikipedia for whatever you want, but there's 700 programming language, including enso-citric coding, which is what I was counting, but
Introcitric?
ESO trick. Esotric.
Esotric, that sounds like citrus.
Making another Orange Julius joke, are you?
I was alluding to it.
You watch yourself into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Julius, tell us another computer fact.
This was a few years ago, but there is a town in Colorado, I believe, called Haswell, and Intel actually did a whole bunch of promoting, because that was one of their architecture names that they named it Haswell, and so they did a whole bunch of promoting there and gave away a whole bunch of computers, did like a whole bunch of sponsorships, that kind of thing.
I'm going to give you this one on that one.
They have the world's largest satellite dish, if that makes a difference.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I think that is in Colorado.
Okay, I got to pull up my notes here. Go, Mr. Cleetus.
Full stack developers usually have to know 4 to 6 programming languages to be able to develop in the full stack.
All right, I'm going to give you the one because you just spoke a foreign language to me, so.
I mean, Julius can kind of talk like you.
Yeah.
I mean, most full stacks you have to have at least 4, just off the top of my head.
Yeah, probably 4, if not more.
Yeah.
Okay. Because in the other notes I have, devices under computers.
Devices under computers?
Yes.
Everything's a computer. What's your definition of a computer? Technically, humans are computers.
Right,
technically, a calculator is a computer.
I mean, we did get people onto the moon with less processing power than a TI-84 calculator.
I'll give that one to you.
I mean, like, we used human computers. We used people.
Yeah.
Human.
Okay, let's. I think we're at a point we need a sponsor break, don't we? For a brief second.
I guess we can hop into a sponsor break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Howlers, it's Brutus. I'm here to tell you about our amazing friends over at Anchor. They are the reason why we are making an audio portion. The audio portion of the podcast is so easily done for you. It handles everything.
Literally everything.
Literally everything. And they have amazing creative tools. We're talking, like, you guys know, I'm not the brightest cookie in the bunch. I can't figure out the computer for any aspect of it. They make it so easy, I can do it.
So easy.
I love using Anchor. They are literally my best friend when we are producing and clipping things together, making the best podcast that we can try and produce for you guys. So, yeah, we're here checking that out. So, Cleetus, I think you have something else you want to tell them.
Well, just want you guys to know that they self-distribute it as well to every major podcast platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. But the big thing that everyone at home needs to know is that they need to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and hop on there, get started. You guys can also check out our page on there as well. So go to anchor.fm or download the app and get started today making your fantastic podcast.
And we're back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Anyway, back to my face. So we're looking at each other again.
Okay. Since our little sponsor break, we're going to change up the subjects and go random facts about movies.
Cool.
And these are ones I can go verify because of, IMDb, and I spend a lot of time. You guys spend time on Reddit, I spend time on IMDb.
That's weird, but okay.
Yeah, weird fucks, but okay.
Well, like looking up random trivia facts about like shows.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I still do I remember any of them? No.
No. All right, so who's starting this one?
Obviously Julius, he's the guest.
Okay.
In the movie The Shawshank Redemption, in the one of the final scenes where Andy's driving away, and I think it's I'm gonna get the car wrong, but it's the wrong year from when he breaks out is essentially the thing. There's I think he breaks out in like 67 or something like that. The car he's driving is like the 69. So the deal with that is the person that was going to sell him like the 67 backed out at the last minute, so they had to settle for the 69. Small detail.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Because little known fact about Mr. Julius here is you can quote pretty much any of the major lines in Shawshank Redemption, and he can pick it up like the next 3-second line.
Got it.
Kind of like I can do with Top Gun.
Fair enough.
Your turn.
Did you know that Disney Studios turned down the chance to make Back in the Future? And they claimed that the mother and son, the reason why is because the mother-son relationship was too risque.
I feel like I'll give that one to you. But this one's because Disney turned it down. And I don't use that button enough, so.
Fair enough.
Okay, Mr. Julius.
All right. Well, sticking on the line of Back to the Future, in the first movie, when they're in the car scene, right before the dance, Marty drinks from a whiskey bottle. And in the first shooting, he actually drinks actual whiskey underage and then spits it out, not knowing that it's actual whiskey.
Fair enough.
And I'm definitely giving him that one because in the little I do read, that was one of the random movie facts I've seen pop up.
Okay, going back to Shawshank Redemption. Did you know Morgan Freeman's character, Red, was actually supposed to be a white Irishman? And then that's why in the script he sarcastically read, maybe it's because I'm Irish.
I believe it. Julius?
If we're going another random fact, for the Shawshank Redemption, it wasn't shot in Maine. It was shot in Ohio, somewhere in Ohio, an old penitentiary in Ohio.
Actually, no. This one, because I'm pretty sure there was
you're wrong.
Hang on. Fat fingers here. I thought the prison that they saved because of the one that they were filming, it was in Maine.
No, they only filmed in Ohio.
Viewers?
Google it. it's
Viewers,
pretty well known.
Write in the comments. But I do know that the prison that they filmed in, they saved it because of the filming.
Correct.
Yep. Yeah.
So viewers, verify the state. I say Maine. Julia says Ohio.
You know how much I love that movie. You think I get that kind of stuff wrong?
I don't know. I can still.
Do you want to talk about movies that I love? Do you know that Star Wars actually used to have the word "the" in front of it? It was originally supposed to be the Star Wars.
I knew that because I've watched the 2.5-hour documentary on the original trilogy with George Lucas.
Yeah, I know.
Multiple times.
I know. I've watched it too, and that's where I got that fact from. So,
Julius.
I know a lot of facts, but I can't think of one at the top of my head right now. Well, okay, here's another one. Shawshank Redemption. When you're looking at Red's file, it's actually a photo of his son that you see earlier in the movie.
And I know that because I've read that in IMDb. Mr. Cleetus?
Did you know that Ronald Reagan was originally supposed to be in the movie Casablanca?
I'm going to give you that one just because, like, it sounds right, but I'm questioning it.
He was either supposed to be, or he was even announced that he was going to be, and then but then it turned out to, I think, so it was put out that he was going to be the actor, and then it was all a ruse to build up.
Casablanca?
Yeah.
Okay.
So people would go see it.
Fair.
I know it's either he was actually, or it was just all a hoax, like a ruse to try and get more people to go to Casablanca.
Okay. Julius.
I think I'm stumped.
You're stumped.
I'm stumped.
Do we need to change subjects and we can come back to this one to have, if you think of some more later?
Sure. Whatever works with you guys.
Okay. Sticking in the category of Hollywood, the broad general category of Hollywood, TV shows or TV.
The last season of The Lost is trash.
Oh, that's straight fact right there.
There's a lot of shows that the last season got wrecked, but we're not going to talk about that.
Same
Julius,
with Game of
you're up.
Thrones.
You're up, or do you need time to think? So should I defer to Cleetus?
Yeah, let's defer to Cleetus. Give me a half second.
What's your random fact about TV shows there? That person I can't verify that they're cheating or not.
I'm not. But I don't fucking know.
So have I stumped both of you?
I'm not a TV guy. I'm more of a...
Okay, I know there's Star Wars related. It's exclusively on Disney Plus, and he's right here.
If you're talking about The Mandalorian, I haven't seen it.
I know, but I know somebody else that knows random facts.
So,
and I'm trying to help him out.
So, like,
because apparently,
the fact of that, if you're paying attention, so Boba Fett's changed his coloring from the red, from yellow to red after he got his suit repainted, and yellow is for vengeance, to try and avenge the death, whereas red is to honor.
I believe that.
I'm pretty sure I told you that one before.
No, I'm pretty sure I know why you know that, and I think it's because we watched the same thing, but I don't. There was a small detail that was probably missed.
Probably.
Especially since I watched that.
The thing that carries around the Vastguard, that container, is actually an ice cream maker.
That I did know.
I mean, it's the same thing in the actual trilogy, so that's more of like a... Yeah. That's kind of a... But they brought it back in the TV show, so I'll take it as a TV.
Okay, Julius?
In the series How I Met Your Mother, there's one episode where they're in the bar insulting Robin for being Canadian or something like that. And in the background, because they take so long, you can see people get engaged, get married, have a kid, have them graduate, and then I think they have them die at the end or something like that. It's only for the keen-eyed of people. It's not everyone sees it, but once you see it, it's pretty obvious.
I have a random fact about that, but I'm not gonna
go.
That the I don't remember which season it happens, but so they obviously had written all the seasons out and how the show was going to end, and in order to have the kids the same age throughout, they filmed the end, part of the end where the kids are hearing the story when the kids were at a certain age in them telling the story. So like the kids knew the end prior to the end of the story, prior to probably the rest of the cast. Or if the whole cast knew, it was all just filmed prior to that kind of thing.
Very true. They filmed the ending in season 1.
It's true. I did know that one too. I read that same article as I was pooping on a spot as a Facebook random thing that popped up.
Cracked?
Yeah.
That's my new favorite thing that pops up in Facebook is cracked.
Top Gear, the British car show, is the most watched TV show around the world.
I think I've heard that, so. Julius?
Another background thing, in the TV show Community, they say Goosebumps, or not Goosebumps, Beetlejuice 3 times across a couple of different seasons. And once they say it the third time, you can actually see him in the background walking across. They're in like a library. You could see him across the window or something like that.
Started off so strong, Julius.
It's all there. Just got to watch.
The Simpsons is the longest running TV show. They just broke 700 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're about to break 700 episodes. What?
That was a boring fact. Everyone knew that.
They're about to break 700 episodes.
You know I don't watch cartoons, and I knew that. I didn't know about the 700 things.
Yeah.
So you get a little.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all I get?
Yeah. Everything else I did was fair.
Fine.
Julius?
I think it's Stargate is the TV show, and it's the longest running live action show of all time or something like that. It spans like 20 some odd years, if not longer.
I have the whole entire box set on DVD.
I'll give it to you.
The Sopranos is the #1 TV show all time, as voted by the people. It's the best show. Yep. Look it up.
Okay. I think we're at a point of we need another quick little sponsor break to switch subjects.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's the one I don't have.
The video portion of this episode is brought to you by our great people at StreamYard. Go hit the link in the description below and check out StreamYard using our link. Thank you, StreamYard, for sponsoring the video portion of this episode.
Check us out. Oh, hello, we're back. All right, with the sponsor change comes the subject change. On to cars.
Cars.
The movie or actual cars?
Huh?
I said the movie or actual cars?
Actual cars.
Why not both? No.
You had your chance in the movie category, all right?
Okay, fine.
Julius, as the guest, you get to go first.
Okay. Some people know that there's a such thing as this 1964 and a half Mustang. And that's because they didn't have enough stock for the 1964 release, but they had the 1965 models already. So they pre-released the 1965 models so early that it's like a half generation essentially. But they're all marked the 1965 editions.
But they're not. Yep. I didn't know that fact.
Okay, your turn.
Most people, when you say the word Dodge Ram Charger, they think of a sports car of some sort. But the Dodge Ram Charger was a direct competitor with the Ford Bronco. But instead of the roof coming off right behind the driver, it came up. The original first generation, it came up off all the way at the roof line, right at the front. Want to look it up? You can.
That's for the audience.
You want? Now I'm telling you.
And that's for like Hot Pam to look up. All right.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Julius?
Hot Pam. I know most people don't know how to change their oil.
It's literally remove a plug, guys. Remove a plug. remove a plug, replace the plug, change the filter, new filter, fill. Done. You're welcome.
I still pay.
Hey, Junior.
Your turn.
So when the original saying for you need to check your blinker fluid was actually because there was leveling devices on the lanterns that had a little bubble in them, so you could actually level it. And if it went bad and there's too large of a bubble, then you needed to change your blinker fluid or your light fluid. There's a whole entire bubble. They got rid of them in like the 90s.
That one's definitely bullshit.
There's
That's definitely bullshit. Julius, your turn.
I'm gonna look it up and show you.
Oh, jeez.
I just stumped you again. Like, I figured this would be another subject you'd be good at.
I don't know, man. It's like being put on the spot. It's like, I don't know. I've spewed so many facts already that trying to figure out the next one's a little bit harder.
Well, look, Papa Brutus is in.
Well.
That is very true. Password is not a good password.
Thank you, Julius, for reading that to our audience members. We couldn't read it.
Yeah, it's probably not the best.
So there are yellow tubes in the headlight assembly that are the headlight level, and you have to replace those if they go bad, and therefore it was originally used for the fluid. I'm just saying. I proved you wrong. You just hate that.
I'm the one controlling the sounds.
I don't know if I have another fact, but I have a joke if you want to hear it.
Go for it. We're all pro joke.
Okay. So I know this guy. He's addicted to brake fluid, but he says he could stop anytime.
I like that one. That was a good, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right. Since he had a joke, you either got a fact or a joke.
Oh, I get a fact or a joke?
Well, I mean, we gave him the joke.
Hey, Julius, did you hear about the 3 blondes that drowned in the river?
I didn't.
Yeah, they couldn't get the tailgate down.
Okay.
And they were both car related, so there we go.
Yeah.
No more random facts on cars. Do we need a subject change there, Mr. Julius?
Sure.
Okay. He's the
Just
guest.
burning right through them.
Yeah. Let's see here. Countries.
Countries?
Random fact about countries. I figured I'd throw countries on the list since we have a new country listening.
Okay, random fact about a country.
Damn it. Canada once invaded the United States, and they actually made it down to the White House. That's a kind of random fact about Canada.
It's actually true, and my actual one was actually going to go off of that. So during the, everyone knows that the British burned the United States Capitol, but what most people don't realize is they were fighting other wars, and so they just had the Canadians fighting us, and then seriously, and then they
Canadians burned down the White House.
The Canadians burned down the White House. He's talking about the same thing. Both of our,
yeah. Okay, Julius, next random fact.
And that's actually why we ran everyone back to Canada, and then that's why everyone that was pro-British went up to Canada, because we were literally fighting them and killing them. But that's neither here nor there.
True. Texas was once its own country before we annexed it to the United States.
Ew. Everyone knows that one.
He gets a little bit of that because it's a true fact.
It's very true, but everyone knows it.
It's also everybody knows that.
Okay.
Everyone does know that.
Everyone does know that.
Your turn.
Nebraska is a Pawnee Indian.
It's not country.
Pawnee Indian tribe, which is its own nation. It's a sovereign nation within inside the United States. You want to try that again, bud? Or are you going to be racist?
I'm going to go with this one. Because I'm not going to have that argument because I was anticipating you with your other factual knowledge of countries to pick another country, but you obviously haven't hit it yet. So, Julius, what other random fact about countries you got? An actual, like, outside the United States country.
Well, it is outside the United States.
Sure.
It's its own sovereign nation.
We're not going to get into this argument.
It's not an argument. It's fact. It's not a random fact either.
One of the most richest countries is Monaco. It's also one of the smallest. Highest GPD per person or something like that.
I believe that.
You should, because I actually told you about this the other day because we were looking up who owns the Wynn, and he's a resident of the United States and Monaco.
Fair. Is that your random fact now?
Is that a country-based fact? Sure.
Julius?
Most people that are Formula One drivers, they end up having a house in Monaco.
I believe it. Yeah.
I believe that. But the fact that they get to own a house there. Julius?
Nebraska means flat water in Pawnee. Thank you.
You'll see why I get mad at you here in a minute.
I didn't look at the list of what we're actually doing.
So, Julius?
In Italy and a whole bunch of other smaller countries, but Italy's probably the biggest one that does it. They have a program where you can buy a house for $1, and then you can spend. They have a condition where you have to spend like 10 years upgrading it to like the fine dining. It's
true.
It's a weird thing, but it's very true.
I read it while I was taking a poop once.
Same.
Yep, exactly. So the Balkanization of Europe, you know, how they got a bunch of small countries, was all because the Czechs decided that they didn't like each other anymore. And that's why a bunch of like Czechoslovakia is now separate, and it just kept going down.
I feel like I knew that.
You did. You should, because we sat in the same class that he talked about it.
Julius?
I got one. I'm ready.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you know that Russia actually has oceanfront property on the European side?
I did know that.
If you look at a map, you knew that.
No, not over Siberia and over by China.
I know.
In Europe.
I know.
Yeah, You're also taking Russian classes right now.
We're not talking about that right now.
Most people don't realize that they have waterfront access on that side because they forcibly took land to be able to get access.
If you Google where St. Petersburg is.
St. Petersburg is not on the ocean.
Well,
they have that land to get goods to St. Petersburg.
Correct.
I'm giving you guys that one, but like, this is correcting me. I'm just the moderator, all right?
Well, if our moderator didn't suck.
All right, Julius.
Alrighty. Did you know Finland fought off the Russians with nothing but farm equipment? So like pitchforks and shovels and stuff. No weapons.
I'll give it to you.
Did you know that the second largest Spanish-speaking country in the world is the United States? And you know who's first? Do you know who's the largest Spanish-speaking country in the world? That was weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to say Brazil.
Brazil speaks Portuguese, bud.
It's
Yeah. Very true. If you want a fact about that, I could give it to you.
Sure, go for it.
So the reason why Brazil speaks Portuguese is because when the Spaniards came, they came and pillaged everything, whereas the Portuguese or Portugal people came with gifts.
I believe it. Okay, so back to yours. What's the largest Spanish-speaking country? I want to say Mexico, but that sounds really bad.
It is actually.
Okay.
You know who speaks the shittiest Spanish?
Spaniards.
Spain. They speak a completely different type of Spanish.
Yeah.
Like everything's a you have a lot.
Okay, Julius.
Zapatos. No, it's zapatos. Yeah. Shoes, zapatos. Not zapatos.
I forget the country. Was it Luxembourg? That's one of the really small nations. Essentially, was it the French, the England, and someone else got together and essentially drew lines on a map, and they left out that small country. So thus they got to be their own country just because no one else wanted them, essentially.
That sounds about right. For map drawing.
Did you know that Switzerland is actually not neutral?
Unpack that one.
Yeah.
Switzerland is not a neutral country. They pose themselves as a neutral country, but they are not a neutral country. Technically, I can tell you why they're not a neutral country. Even though they don't fight in the wars, they are still bankrolling other people's militaries and are inadvertently, technically, a non-neutral country by the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Be neutral like Switzerland. No, just be the bank, and then everybody leaves you alone.
Yeah.
I think we have a final sponsor we have to switch to, right?
I mean, they are buzzing in my ear.
Yeah, we should probably talk to them.
All right, well.
And this will be our final subject change before we just kind of do our normal
Dippity-doo-dah.
I don't want to say dippity-doo-dah, but
Zippity-doo-dah.
maybe chat with our guest a little bit more and then bounce out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, Howlers. You've heard us talking about it before. We're here to talk about it again because we love working with Alarm Red Media.
Yeah.
All right? So what we need you to do is we want you to go to Alarm Red Media's website. On there, you can subscribe to the Patreon for Alarm Red Media, which will get you unreleased content or exclusive content, I should say, that we've created, the two dogs have created, Ron Ripley's created, Mike Venn has created, and many more people that we are working to add to the Alarm Red Media network of
Podcast
collaborators,
content.
Creators. So check out alarmredmedia.com. Also, like and subscribe to their Facebook page and YouTube channel. We will continue you'll see our stuff there too. Also, the best part is everyone likes t-shirts. We're working on getting us some t-shirts. We had some formal business meetings the day of the recording for this. So we had to get a little more dressed up for you guys, but we're going to have some awesome merch. If it's not in there now, it will be soon. We'll be releasing stuff periodically. Go check out that merch.
Yep. Just go to alarmredmedia.com and navigate yourself through the tabs. If you want to support us, just click on the support tab. And if you want to check out our merch, just click on the merch tab. It'll take you right to where you need to be. And it's going to be great. We can't wait to keep working with Alarm Red, and make sure that you guys follow them, as we will be possibly also doing live stuff with them and going live on their platforms, not just ours. So if you love our content, make sure that you go to there, because you'll love their content as well. And we're back with another special guest, Snickers.
Yes.
Hey, Snicks, look here, bud. Nope.
Here, let me put it on this.
Snickers, can you see me, buddy? You miss me? Hello, buddy. Hi.
Oh, he's slipping. He doesn't want to come here. There we go.
Finally, a real dog
Yeah.
on the podcast.
I know, right? So anyway, so it's back to me.
Well, I was going to introduce the subject, but okay.
All right, go.
So our final subject for the day, and you'll understand why I was getting angry with Cleetus earlier, is states as our random facts. Julius, as the guest, you're up.
Oh, Jesus. State random fact.
That's what you're supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah, thanks.
Stating a state random fact.
Yeah. I'm a little bit of a comedian.
So I do have a question though.
Yes.
Do U.S. territories count?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I know the United States bought Alaska for, what was it, like $2 billion back in the 50s.
You get that, but you also get that because I feel like everyone knows that.
Everyone probably knew that.
Everyone probably does know that one.
But do they remember? Probably not. So that's why I said it was both.
So this is a random fact, but I'm posing it as a question first, and then you get to decide.
Okay.
Okay. Multiple choice here. I'll bring you into the cam. Multiple choice.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Yep.
The furthest point west in the United States is held by which state? Alaska or Hawaii?
I got lots of questions. Are we talking continental U.S. or are we talking U.S. in
Give
general?
you the options of.
I gave you the options: Alaska or Hawaii.
Yeah.
And both of those are not continental United States anyway.
I want to say Alaska, but I feel like it's actually a Hawaii.
I know this.
Yeah.
You know the answer, Julius?
I do.
Yeah.
It's Alaska.
It is Alaska.
Well, that's fine. If we're thinking the U.S. is the start, then technically Guam as a U.S. territory is the furthest west. But it's so far west, it's east.
True, but we're not going there.
You're just mad because I got
no, you ruined my next thing because I was going to do what's the furthest east.
Yeah.
You know I've been there, so I don't know why you're surprised I knew that.
Well,
Alaska is actually also the farthest east.
What?
Alaska is the farthest east. They have a part, like an island, I think, that goes across the international date line.
But it's Yep. So, but he ruined my other one because I was going to be like, what's the furthest east U.S. territory? And there was going to be
I had a
Puerto Rico
feeling.
or Guam or the U.S. Virgin Islands.
If you're thinking in Western Hemisphere,
no, it's furthest east. The furthest east.
Yeah, so it's
technically Guam. If we're heading east, you have to head all the way.
Yeah. But I'm also saying if you're thinking in just the strictly the Western Hemisphere, which is the continental United States and Alaska, parts of Alaska, because apparently we just learned it, or not really learned, but crosses the international date line, and Hawaii in that east category, in that Western Hemisphere, I want to actually say Puerto Rico.
Well, if we were doing it that way, yes. But if we were doing it the real way,
it's Guam.
It's Guam.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm just going to remove him from this conversation.
I forget who's up now.
I think it's Julius.
Yeah. Okay. No, that one's stupid. I don't want to say that one.
It's not stupid. Just say it.
Okay. Michigan's the only state that's broken up into two different pieces.
You get that because it's correct, but
yeah, like I said, it's very stupid.
I mean, technically speaking, Florida has Key West, which is an island, which is separate from the main landmass. So technically, you're wrong.
I probably should have phrased it differently. It's the
You
only
probably
state
should
that's attached
You
to
probably
a
should
different
have, but
state. Yeah.
But let's
Yeah,
be honest.
it's all right.
Maine is closer to London than it is to Dallas, Texas.
I'm giving you a little bit of that. The math computes, I think.
I did the math in my head because I'm pretty sure if we go from the furthest point,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Speaking of math, everybody should go look at that photo about
Ranch.
Yeah, I guess we could call it a ranch photo or just a math problem.
I can't believe you're letting out our secret ranch recipe.
No, somebody else had that written up on the board.
Oh, that's not ours?
No.
Oh, that's their secret. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I'm pretty sure we had ours hidden in a valley.
Yeah. I've tried to find that valley and they still won't let me in. But they apparently let Julius in because he likes to work in the malls. I don't understand it.
So what's another random state fact? Julius, I think it's your turn.
I believe it is. Alaska has a city so close or in between like Canada and the United States that they have to take a bus from wherever they live into Canada back into the United States to actually go to school.
That is a fact. I do know that. There's somebody that goes to our school.
Wait, say that again.
So the bus system, how it's split off. They have to drive into Canada and then go back into the United States to go to school because of how the roads are built.
Where's that in?
In Alaska.
Oh.
Yep.
There's somebody that we actually know that goes to our school that they went to that school.
Okay.
Also, don't know if you've ever watched
Deadliest Catch?
No. Good show. But now I can't remember the name of it. But it's the guys that fly. They're things of Buffalo. Their company's Buffalo or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Yeah.
Cold airplanes. Airplanes cool. Cold, not so much.
Well, I'm just more impressed that they're flying old D3s in the cold.
So what's your random fact state-wise?
Random fact of state-wise. That California wants to split into 3 separate states.
I want to say I've actually heard that, so I'll give that one to you.
Northern California, Southern California, and then like the metropolitan area of San Francisco and LA.
Interesting.
And then there's people, another random fact about people wanting to separate states. The island of Long Island, which is not an island, but neither here nor there, which has New York in it, they want the people in the main New York want to leave and they want to become New Amsterdam.
It's New York, so we got to do that. But interesting.
Yep, New Amsterdam.
Julius.
Texas also wants to secede again. Anyway.
When doesn't Texas want to recede?
Yeah. True.
Julius.
In Arkansas, their capital is called Little Rock. Yeah, Arkansas their capital is called Little Rock, and they actually have like a massive boulder like by the capital.
I did know that.
I believe that.
Random fact about Texas.
Go for it.
If you were to take Texas and place it over Europe, over mainland Europe, and you put the southern tip at the tip of Italy, Texas would be the same distance if you were to drive straight north towards the ocean out of Italy, and it covers the majority all the way over to Spain, and it goes all the way over towards Turkey and everything over there. That's how large it is.
Julius?
That's a state and country fact.
Another little boring one. You can, I believe there's an interstate to take you around Rhode Island, and it would take pretty much exactly 24 hours to travel the entire distance around Rhode Island.
I'm pretty sure I've heard about that.
See, I thought you could get across Rhode Island because it was so small in 40 minutes.
You can drive across it in 40 minutes, but it's driving all the way around it takes 24 hours.
Yeah, like the perimeter.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So don't do that one. All right. Second to last one for you.
Second to last one?
Yep.
Well, shoot, I got to pick it. I got a good one. Okay, you ready? Why is Nebraska so windy? Because Kansas blows and the Dakotas suck. Thank you. Thank you.
Also,
I mean, we could say it's the same reason why Minnesota is so, why Minnesota is so windy.
No, we're not going to talk about it. Julius.
Because Wisconsin blows.
I don't like Wisconsin. So.
And the Dakota suck.
Last one, Julius. And then we'll stop stressing you out.
I don't know if I can think of one. That's all the good ones I know.
Give us a boring one then. Give us a joke. Don't end on a bad note.
Yeah. How else does it end? I just don't know another one.
All right. We'll give you time to think.
Okay.
Cleetus, last one. Guess has final word now.
Oh, guess has final word now. Random state fact. Everyone thinks that the North Dakota border with Canada is a straight line, but when they were initially marking it off, they veered off track for a short period of time. So it looks like a straight line, but there's about a mile trek that goes like this, and then it comes back up.
I want to say I knew that by looking at maps, but also...
everyone, most people look at it, I was like, oh, it's a straight line, but there's also no wall there or fence.
Right.
True.
It's just trees, and then they cut down a bunch of trees in the center, and that's
they clear cut trees in between. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Julius, you've had time to think.
Okay. Minnesota has the most lakes per capita.
Thank you. It's not like the license plates pretty much say that.
I know, right?
All right. Now switch us back to the everybody cam or me cam since I've been out of the show most of the.
Here. Talk to the camera. Talk to the people real quick. Here, I'll even make you full screen. Here.
I don't
talk to the camera. Talk to the people.
Cleetus, I just want to point this out now. This is clearly Cleetus, gives me shit about me talking and liking hearing me talk. Today I was very quiet. I wasn't really quiet, but not like I like to be the center of attention. Today, he clearly was feeling needy and needing to be the center of attention.
I mean, I guess, even though you're the one that came up with this idea.
I know.
I'm just happy that we were able to get a Papa Brutus moment in here as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll hear from him too in one of the cutaway scenes as well.
Yeah. Probably the same thing.
Yeah,
probably the same thing.
Probably the same thing you brought in, passwords. So,
any final thoughts, Julius?
Did you say flannel?
No, I said any final thoughts. But if you want to talk about flannel, talk about flannel. I know you wear it.
I wear a lot of it. Yeah. No final thoughts. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just a random question that I have for the guest. Pearl or ruby?
Ruby.
Okay. Yeah, I know you don't understand, but you don't need to understand. But I know a lot. You can tell a lot by a person out of those two choices of which they choose.
So what does it say about me? I picked Ruby over Pearl.
I mean, Pearl. Pearl's probably the most. Pearl's is one of the most common languages. You know.
Oh yeah,
computers.
But I also was it's also I don't know which way his brain went, because I asked the question in a way of if he wanted to go computer route he could, or if I was making him choose between Pokemon games, then if it was choosing Pearl or Ruby, that's also there's multiple nerd tracks that we could go down this, but you can tell a lot about a person just by asking this question. I get it. You don't understand. It goes and everything, but you can tell a lot by a person if they choose Ruby over Pearl. I'm also pro Ruby, so.
Even though I'm more of a C++ kind of person.
Well, I mean.
Now share your random fact.
What?
Because I know when you hear C and C++ and all that fun stuff, there's a random fact that you constantly remind me of.
So most people don't know this. Autopilot is coded in C++. It's actually coded in C.
What's autopilot? Are you talking about for actual planes?
On actual planes.
Oh, sure.
Being held in the air by if and while statements.
I mean, that makes sense. The question is, if I crash, and then the answer is no.
And it's while I'm flying.
They fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's you're just held in the air by a bunch of if and while statements. So
if
or else statements or else if statements.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So does that mean else tonight we're eating? I'm gonna answer it for you. No.
So I guess we'll end this off. So
yep, we've been going for a little bit longer. It's a little longer episode today.
It is, but we need a couple of these.
Yep.
So I've been Cleetus,
and I've been Brutus,
and we've been joined by our guest
Julius.
And this is the Two Dogs Howling Under One Moon podcast.
And I will see you guys. We'll see you guys on the flippity flip.
Catch you guys later.
See ya.